1 plus 1, what does this means to you? This simple equation of 1 plus 1, how do you relate to it? When I ask this question, perhaps most of you would be thinking that arithmetically, the answer is pretty simple. We perhaps solved it as early as our nursery classes. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Yes or no? However, if we move a little bit away from arithmetic and look at the horizon bigger than it, what we realize that in relationships, one heart needs the other heart and aspire to be one heart. That's what we aspire whenever we meet our soulmates, isn't it? Dear Toastmasters and my dear guests, today let us explore a little further what this simple equation of 1 plus 1 can mean for us. We most would have perhaps heard that 1% of world's population holds 50% of world's wealth. And on the other side, 50% of world's population hold just 1% of world's wealth. Has anyone of you thought, why is it so? Why is it that the winner takes it all? Why is it that the gap is so big? And what it takes to be in that top 1%, which rest are struggling to have? This thought provoked some more thinking to me. And I want all of you to take a deep breath and think, when was the last you achieved something exponential, something which you could have perhaps thought that this cannot happen, and you achieved it? Pause a moment and think, when was it that you achieved something like this? And also ask yourself, what was the differentiator? What helped you to achieve exponential results? While each one of you is thinking, I am sure if you deep dive, and you may have many contributing factors, but I am sure if you think deep, you will always have one common factor in your successes. You would have teamed up with somebody. You may have teamed up with your friends, with your wife, with your spouse, with your relatives, with your colleagues, and so on and so forth. This teamwork is what makes the dream work. 1 plus 1 in a teamwork sense can be 11, can be exponential. We have seen some very good examples of this. For instance, if you take example of PayPal, as what it's called PayPal Mafia, PayPal created nearly 1.5 dozen leaders. All the PayPal executives ended up forming different companies. And that's the unique part of a team, that it created so many great leaders, so many great organizations. Similarly, organizations like HUL are known to be a CEO factory, creating so many CEOs. That's the power of teamwork. So in my project, in my pathway team collaboration, I had the fortune of learning this teamwork and learning how this collaboration can really make the dream work, can really create results which will be awesome for us to achieve. Now, moving on, today I'll share with you some of my learnings. So what we did differently. Firstly, any teamwork requires the team. And I would like to thank first Salim to help me put the team together, and also the team members like Sudhir, like Chintan, like Akash, like Bibin, who grouped together. Second, the biggest learning for us was that the goal has to be written on a piece of paper. What we realized is that dream, as long as it's in the head, it's in the air. The moment you put the dream on a piece of paper is when it becomes a goal, and you put a date around it, you start working towards it. We had amazing result once we were able to put the dream, the vision on a piece of paper. Second, we started working on reality, where we are, what we need to do. And what we realized is that a lot of time when we are working on reality, we are looking at negatives. We are looking at what's wrong. I had a fortune of attending London Business School workshop in which what they told, don't focus on your weaknesses. Focus on your strength and build upon them. The third, what it says, the grow model tell us options, ideas. One idea can change our life. We had so many great ideas. One of the great idea was that we should have 360-degree evaluation. One of the great idea was we can have our speeches cut out and we can create a repository of the speeches. Another great idea was that we need to strengthen our mentor-mentee connect. Another great idea was that we should have active live mentorships in our group. And many of those great ideas we have been able to implement and take it forward in a much, much better way. While in the same breath, let me acknowledge that life is never better progress. It's not only the success. It's not that we try something and here come fantastic results. There were times when what we tried did not meet the success in the first instance. We had to be firm with regard to our vision and we had to be flexible with regard to our approach. But we realized that 1 + 1 can turn into 11 and can give us exponential results. Now, if most of us try alone, that is 1 + 0 means what? It can be at best 1 or perhaps even less than 1. We may not be able to achieve results alone. And in the mentorship context, a lot of time mentees start thinking that it's only for me, right? If I am not active, then it's my loss. However, with all due respect, I wish to say that it's the loss of mentor as well. Mentor is losing the opportunity to develop the leadership skills. So therefore, it's only when 1 + 1 happen is when we get 11. Not only mentors get good result, not only mentees get good result, but also mentors get to experience their leadership. And with this 1 + 1, we can achieve amazing goal and make our dream work and get to the result of 1 + 1. I wish all of you that you have 1 + 1 good result. Thank you so much.